Hey guys, this is Laura the Explorer, and today I'm going to talk to you about Warmind Destiny auto rolls. And I'm just kind of in the process of getting over the flu, so if I cough or I'm a little stuffy, I do apologize. Um, so Charlemagne has a feature where she will automatically assign roles to server members based on D2 accomplishments. So there are a few steps that you have to take before you start creating these auto roles. The first thing that you want to do is decide what kind of roles you want to create. What is it that you want to award roles for? If you go to warmind.io/s, you will get a list of all of the available leaderboards. For the sake of today's video, I am going to choose D2 total raid completions. So I have actually already created my roles. This is the first step. You have to create your roles first before you can start assigning parameters to those roles. So you can come and look at the leaderboards and figure out what you want to award roles for, what you want to assign roles for, and then you actually have to come and make the roles. So I created Raid Expert, Raid Casual, and Raid Novice. Once you've done that, you've got to get the command from the leaderboard. So if you click on the link for that leaderboard, at the top, it'll have a command, okay? We don't need this whole command. We only need the last part. So if we were going to create a role based on Crimson Doubles KD, then the stat command we would need is Crimson KD. If we were creating a role on Gambit Prime Invasions, the stat command we would need is GPI kills. That just tells Charlemagne which leaderboard she's looking at for her statistics, okay? So for the one I'm doing today, D2 total raid completions, the command is raids, which it makes it really easy. So now that I have found that, I've created my roles, right? My 3 roles. I know what the stat command is. Now I can actually start creating the auto roles. So the command for that, and of course you can only do this if you have the administrator permission within Discord. So that means that on your role, you actually have this permission turned on. If you don't have this permission turned on, then you can't do this. And that is true for all of our server commands. So your prefix server auto role. And you're going to select which role you want to create parameters for. So we're going to start at the bottom with Raid Novice. So I'm going to select number 2 at the bottom. There are no current stat requirements for Raid Novice. So this is where this command word comes in. This is what she's looking for at this point. So if you remember correctly, the one for mine was raids. So I'm going to respond with the word raids. Now she just wants a number, just a number. So you got to decide how high or how low you want these numbers to be for this particular role. So for Raid Novice, my number is going to be 24. So I just respond with 24. Then she's going to say greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. And I want to say less than or equal to. So what that means is anybody with 24 or less total raids is going to be assigned the role of Raid Novice. Would you like to edit or add another requirement? No. So you can put more than one requirement on there, but not for the same leaderboard. But you can combine different leaderboard stats for these. Okay, so that one is done. So now I want to do that middle one. So we're going to do server auto roll again. We're going to select Raid Casual. And this is where we respond with that command word again. So raids, and then another number. And I'm going to say 25. And I'm going to say greater than or equal to 25. So that way, anybody that has that has 25 or more total raids, they will be assigned the role Raid Casual. So would I like to edit or add? No. Okay, so raid casual greater than or equal to 25. And finally, for my raid expert, server auto role. Number 4, that word, raids. And here we're going to put 76. Greater than or equal to 76, they will be a raid expert. Would you like to edit or add another requirement? No. Okay, so now I have the parameters set for each of those 3 roles. If you want to see a summary of what you have set up, server auto role summary. That'll show you your summary, and that way you can make sure you have all your numbers set properly. If I wanted to change one of these numbers, I would just run that step again. Let's say I want to change the middle one, the raid casual, to 26. So raids and new number 26. Okay, greater than or equal to 26. So now when I do my summary, okay, so we're showing right here. Now, if you notice, that's going to mean that there's going to be a bit of a what happens at 25, right? So we would want to fix that. The raid novice, we're going to bump that up to 25, less than or equal to. Okay, so now we are all set. Those are set. And it will take a while for everyone to receive their roles as the first time everybody's getting assigned these roles. But they are live. So when somebody reaches a certain KD within game, as soon as Bungie recognizes that activity is complete, Charlemagne will see that and she will update those roles. So another thing that I need to say with this is that once you've created auto roles, do not come in and delete these roles before you remove the auto roles. It's going to cause a bunch of errors for you, and it really messes with Charlemagne. So if you're wanting to delete roles, you have to remove the auto role first. So the way that you do that is server auto role remove. So let's just remove the novice one. Okay, and here, instead of just replying with that stat command, you're going to use the word remove. So remove rates. So we're removing that leaderboard from this role. All right, and then would I like to edit or add another requirement? Yes, because I'm going to put it back on real quick. So was it 25? Yeah, 25. Less than or equal to 25. Okay, so now we're good, but that's how you remove those, and you have to do those one at a time. But you need to do that before you actually delete the roles from your server. Okay, make sure that you do that. The next thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to link roles. So basically, when you link roles, you're creating a hierarchy. And that tells Charlemagne that once somebody moves up in the hierarchy, that lower role is to be removed. So for example, here on my roles, this is the highest level. So, and then the casual and then the novice. So basically, if somebody starts here, once they reach that 25th raid, then they will be bumped up to here and she will remove this role. And then when they reach the 75 or 76, whatever it was I put in there, they will be bumped up to here, and this role will be removed. So it creates a hierarchy for her to work with. The way that you link roles is that you start with your highest role first. Okay, start with your highest role first. So server, auto role, link. We're going to start with our highest one, which is rate expert. So we choose number 2. And then we choose, so the one right under the rate expert is the rate casual. So we're going to select number 1. And then she's going to say, would you like to link another lower role? So yes. And so then we're going to link the rate novice to that as well. Would you like to link another? No, we're done. Okay, so now these two are linked to the rate expert. We have to go down that hierarchy and link the other ones. So I'm going to link the middle one. All right, so now we've done the top one. So now we're going to link that middle one. So raid casual is a number 1, and we need the raid novice linked to that. And that's it, because those are the only ones left. All right, so now we have those roles linked. They are in a nice little hierarchy for us. If you want, and if you run the summary, she'll show the links on your summary. So your rate expert should have the most linked, and then your middle, and then your bottom is all kind of by itself, because there's nothing to link to it because it's at the bottom of the hierarchy. To unlink something, and we're going to unlink this middle role here because it only has 1, so it'll only take us 1 step. Server, auto role, unlink. Okay, so we're going to unlink raid casual. We're going to unlink the raid novice from it. Okay, would you like to unlink another? No. Okay, so that's unlinked. Now I'm going to link it back real quick and show you one more thing. So raid casual, we're linking raid novice. Do you want to link anymore? No. All right, so the final thing that I need to show you here is how to bypass a role. Let's say that you don't want these roles to be applied to your admins. Okay, so we're going to server, auto role, bypass. I don't want the raid novice to be applied to my role, so I'm going to select 1, and then I'm going to select my role. So now I will be bypassed, and I'm going to do that for all of them. Yes. Okay. Okay. There are no more roles I can bypass to raid novice. Yeah, because that's the only thing. There. That was my mistake. That is if there is another role other than my role. And since I'm the only one on this server, then that's the only one I can choose. So if you had different roles that you wanted to bypass, that's what the yes button is for. Otherwise, like me, I should have selected no. I wasn't thinking because I'm the only one in here. So that's how you bypass a role, and you can remove that bypass. Like that. Okay, so now I'm no longer bypassed. That's pretty much it. That's creating AutoRoles, linking AutoRoles, bypassing. I showed you how to do a summary, how to edit, how to remove. I think I've covered everything. If you ever get stuck, the absolute best way to get help is whatever. So our command that we're using is server AutoRole, right? And let's say we want help with the linking feature. If you'll just put the word help at the beginning, you will get a detailed direct message from Charlemagne that tells you how to do that and how to what steps to take. So keep that in mind anytime you need help. That's a great resource for you. As always, please feel free to find us on the Charlemagne server. We're there to help you in any way that we can. Thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best of luck in creating your Warmind Destiny AutoRoles. Have a great day.